Into the Johnny Depp Amber Heard defamation trial. It's entering the home stretch now. Heard's team hammered away at Depp's case Monday ahead of a final decision about calling Depp back to the stand. Amy here with the latest. Good morning, Amy.
Hey, good morning, George. This civil trial is timed, with each side allowed 61 hours to present their case. Amber Heard's team has less than 5 hours left to wrap things up, and Depp's team has more time left and a list of several rebuttal witnesses still expected, including his ex-girlfriend, supermodel Kate Moss. This morning, an abrupt change in tactics in the high-profile court case between exes Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. After initial reports that we'd see Depp take the stand again, Heard's legal team opting to keep him off of it, at least for now. A source close to Heard telling ABC News the 58-year-old actor would be as relevant to their case as a bicycle to a fish, adding everything Depp has testified up to this point has been irrelevant to the heart of this case.
They thought about calling him. They decided not to, probably because he's very good, he's very personable, and there was a chance he would woo the jury over to his side.
Those who did take the stand Monday included an orthopedic surgeon who examined medical records from an alleged incident claiming Heard severed Depp's finger after flinging a bottle of vodka at him, but found the medical evidence to be inconclusive.
Does Mr. Depp's description of what happened line up with the undisputed photographic evidence that you've reviewed?
No.
A psychiatrist testifying that Depp shows signs of a substance abuse disorder, while movie executive Katherine Arnold claimed Heard has suffered financially because of defamatory statements from Depp.
Her publicist's company was harassed. Any kind of movie that she was related to got negative attention from the social media world, which made it difficult to work with Amber on any level.
And less than a week after actress Ellen Barkin's taped deposition was played in court, recalling out-of-control behavior by Depp during their relationship in the 90s, Kate Moss expected to testify via webcam. The 48-year-old supermodel referenced by Heard on the stand weeks ago, eliciting this reaction from Depp's team.
They wanted to bring Kate Moss to testify that no abuse occurred in her relationship with Johnny Depp. But Johnny Depp isn't permitted to bring witnesses to bolster his own character or his own personality unless the other party brings it up.
In a 2018 op-ed, Heard claimed she was a survivor of domestic abuse, and while she didn't name Depp, he says his career and reputation suffered, suing for $50 million, calling her allegations a hoax, prompting Heard to countersue for double the amount. Now, Heard's team could still call Depp back to the stand. We should know that later today. The trial is set for closing arguments starting Friday, and then it is in the jury's hands with millions hanging in the balance, guys.
Okay, Amy, thanks very much. That's been our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams. We just heard from Amy on whether or not Johnny Depp's going to be called back to the stands. Why do you think Heard's team appears to be second-guessing that decision?
Well, first we got to ask the question, were they really going to call him, right? I wonder whether it was just a strategy to make him think that they were going to call him to the stand. But if this really was a change in strategy on their part, I think it was just too risky. I think the case going down to Johnny Depp taking the stand again, it's just too much for Amber Heard's team to call him and take that chance, I think.
We also heard in Amy's report about Kate Moss and that Depp's team is prepared to have her test. And you saw his team's reaction. Why? Explain why they want her on the stand.
Because she can provide something ordinarily you wouldn't get in a trial, which is someone saying, he's a good guy. This sort of stuff doesn't happen. Typically, you're not allowed to bring in just sort of good character evidence where someone says, oh, this sort of thing didn't happen to me. That's not typically admissible. But because Amber Heard specifically mentioned the Kate Moss supposed incident, now Johnny Depp's team can call her and she can testify about more than just did that actual incident happen, but will be able to leave something with the jury potentially that says, not every relationship Johnny Depp had was like this one.
And on Monday, they touched on Amber Heard's $100 million countersuit. Could she win that?
I think it's a real long shot. I think what the countersuit does is it offers jurors an opportunity to let neither of them win, potentially here. And they say, look, Johnny Depp doesn't win this, Amber Heard doesn't win this. It's sort of a compromise. If there was no countersuit, it would just feel like a Johnny Depp win for him to, to not lose the case.
You said from the beginning this is a tough trial for Johnny Depp's team. What does he need to do to turn it around in the final hours?
You know, I think it's going to be really hard as a legal matter for him to be able to do it. I don't know if there's going to be a major specific issue he could do in the final hours.
Okay.
All right, Dan Abrams, thank you as always.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.